Thanks.
Thank you.
We're proud. All right. Take this. No.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lisa Markham and the Art of Understatement. My God. Who wrote that? Oh, this is actually very cool. It's really cool to be here with all of you and to be a part of the San Diego TV fraternity and all the history. And it's humbling to be inducted into the Silver Circle with all of you. So thank you. It's terrific. You know, I've been at this a while, but I hadn't thought much about the Silver Circle at all. A couple weeks ago, the interns are looking for something to do, so we said, why don't you head down to the hall and clean out the storage closet? You guys go ahead and toss out all that beta tape. And they said, great. What's beta tape? And if anybody remembers beta tape, I think my invitation for the Silver Circle came the next day, and that's the universe speaking to you. Man, it's time. I'll say it. I cannot believe it's been 25 years. I mean, weren't we all just kind of in school or getting started, thinking about our careers? Where are we going to go? Am I going to make it in the transmitter? Am I going to be at the radio station? What am I going to be doing? You know, life goes that fast. It is really that fast, and that's kind of spooky. So when I got to thinking about today, I had to think, okay, I was imagining the very first time I was ever in a room like this, and I was a finalist for a professional TV award. And you know, I was a young kid, I was right out of college, I was burning up to make a mark, and, you know, rah-rah. And so the recognition of the night was really kind of exciting. But there's actually one other little twist to that story that makes it even more remarkable. And with that tease, I'm going to leave you and get back to that in just a minute. We'll get back to that. So, you know, 5 minutes up here, what's the best way to get through 25 years of work, not bore everybody, and just say something? And I don't want to say anything about myself. So what I want to tell you is that I want to say I'm very thankful. I'm thankful for all the people who have been a part of the experience so far. And that's what means a lot to me. You know, thinking about Natus and the chapter, you know, I've been a privileged member of this chapter since 1996. Lisa walked you through all the stuff that I got to share with a lot of people here. But I really do believe in Natus. And I believe in this chapter and this organization and what it stands for and what it does. And really a big part of that is a day like today, the Gold and Silver Circle. These inductions became my favorite event when I was president, vice president. I didn't know much about it, and then I got here, and then I learned about it. And it was hearing the stories and hearing from the professionals, people that had come before you and what they did and what they accomplished, and that everyone had a moment to honor them. Not going there. So anyway, the Gold and Silver Circle, it's because you earn it. You don't win it, you earn it. And that's what meant a lot to me for that. And I think everyone feels the same way, or I would imagine you would. So let's take a minute and thank some of the people that are here today. Let me thank them from the bottom of my heart, because we really do owe our careers to the people that came before us, to those people that mentored us, inspired us, befriended us, loved us, or in many cases simply tolerated us, put up with us. I'm going to thank my mom first. In honor of Donna, who thanked her mom. My mom used to say, you only need one acceptance speech for an award, and that says I owe it all to my mom. And I do. This past year, we got to do something kind of new and different, and I added an executive producer role to my regular day job, and we do a show called San Diego's Most Wanted. And with us today in the back of the room is Special Agent in Charge Keith Slaughter and Supervising Special Agent Daryl Foxworth. These gentlemen are from the FBI, and they're in the back, so everyone salute them. And stay on your best behavior. It's been a really remarkable experience. I'm very proud of the show. I'm very proud to work with them. To date, we've captured 77 wanted fugitives, helping law enforcement make that happen. They're great guys. Daryl and I and Keith have all become good friends. We've become golfing buddies. Daryl's organized a public safety tour of every golf course in San Diego. We've been searching for bad guys, haven't found any. Every Friday at 1. Not that I'm saying. With us and with them today is Rose Fanner. A lot of you know Rose Fanner from her time in the community. We love Rose. We love working with Rose. And if you've ever seen the show, then you can thank her for these gems, such as, your tips could bottle up these booze bandits, and we've got a jail cell reserved for the hotel hoodie bandit. He just needs to check in. Thank you, guys. My early years on the Board of Governors introduced me to a lot of really important people. They were vital. And 3 of those gentlemen were kind enough to join me here today, and most likely they're still sober. But whether they knew it or not, you guys were very inspiring. You mentored me, you taught me, took me under your wing, gave me your wisdom. I'll start with Bob Gardner, right there. Bob is a chapter founder. He's the man responsible for the Silver Circle we're participating in today. He was a very generous mentor and supporter of mine over the years. But better still, Bob is actually the ultimate advocate for the mission of Natus, no doubt. And this chapter owes him.
Thank you. You might be thinking.
Yeah, I will. And just to turn the corner, Carla loves you. You're her favorite governor and joke teller and winemaker, so thank you for that. David Brantman served on the board for a long time, for many years, and he's usually the smartest guy in the room, so sit next to him. You'll learn something. Observant, wise, funny, really a great fella. Thank you. And if you love Steve Poltz's music, you're going to want to hang out with Dave, because he can hook you up. Thank you, David. Another invaluable colleague, mentor, and friend is Fred Ashman, who brought his video camera. Thank you, Fred. I'll say lots of nice things now. Fred's the best. But Fred was, he served this chapter in a lot of ways in a lot of years, and we owe him. And he was very inspiring to me as well. Fred's a business owner, he's an entrepreneur, he's a filmmaker, he's a pilot, he's a believer in the power of the individual. And Fred, you're an awesome host. We had a great dinner last night, a great time at your place. So thank you for having us once again, and thank you for being our friend. Thank you. Cheers. For those of you who have been a president or a board member, you know that presidents are only as effective as the people that serve with them and the partners that they have at their side. I had a really great partner with Jane Mitchell, who many of you know. Jane was our vice president and my better half as Emmy co-host. She'd be getting me through all of this right now. So thank you. And I can't tell you, I don't need to tell you, but she's funny, she's intelligent, generous, spiritual, and she is a tough little force to be dealt with sometimes. You don't want to cross Jane Mitchell. But TV host, gazillion-time Emmy winner, published author, and that much and more. Jane, shoulder to shoulder with you all those years. Thank you. Thank you. And what we do in the creative department at the station, it's always collaborative. You come up with an idea and everyone jumps in and great things happen. And I've been doing this for a while, since 1990, and worked with a lot of really cool people. And Daniela and Jim at our table over there are absolutely 2 of the best. I've worked with these guys for a decade and almost 2 decades with Jim. And they've created many moving and award-winning pieces, and they've always risen to the creative challenges, and they never fail to deliver. But here's the really cool part. As talented as they are in an edit bay, they're better people. And they're funny, they're happy, they're curious, they've got warm hearts, they're dedicated, they're very easy to work with, and they absolutely make the job fun, except when they decide to squabble like 10-year-old children, bitching over font choices and edit trims and other scenes, and everything I did wrong to make their lives miserable that day. But otherwise, I love you guys, so thank you. And I've had a lot of great bosses over the years. In that regard, I've been really lucky. 2 of them were with us today. One of them had to leave a moment ago, but 3 years ago, as Lisa said, we got some new owners. Our station became Fox. We turned on some HD news. We rebranded that bad boy. We did it all in about 110 days. And the kicker was we got a brand new boss that nobody knew anything about. Who is this guy? Well, it turns out that Ray Schonbach really was the best part of the whole deal. And if he were here, I would be happy to tell you that he, and I'll say it anyway, he's totally unflappable, completely unflinching, totally unafraid. We'll skip all the rest part and just say the best part about what he does is he preaches value and belief in that value. And I'll skip all the soft stuff and say what I really value is he has his very own table at Donovan's Steakhouse. And I love having dinner with Ray every chance I get. The man knows how to dine. And he's a great boss, and we were very lucky to have him. And here's the hard part. Once, I was a little bit more than lucky. Once I actually got rescued. And the phone rang, and I picked it up. And turns out salvation was up the road in Fresno, California. Garden spot of the state. But despite that destination, Lisa Markham, you could say she saved me. hired me out of a bad work situation. She gave me an opportunity to join a Fox station, and it was the break that has changed my career. You know, she encouraged me to grow, gave me an opportunity. It was frustrating, it was challenging, it was exciting, endlessly supportive, rewarded every day, given a free hand creatively. But more important, she took me behind the curtain and showed me things nobody ever would have. The professional and the business side of this, what we do, what she shared. And she instilled a real strong need for excellence, kind of just an inspiration for excellence in everything that you do. So we escaped Fresno, and we arrived in San Diego, and Lisa and I did 10 years together with her as the general manager in these two different markets. And that was great to have her as the boss, but more significantly, she's my friend. And that was great, although there were days when she was more like the big bossy sister you just wanted to smack, or tattle on, or lock out of the house, or just get done with her. But after all of these years, Lisa, obviously, as everyone can tell, I'm up here being sad. I can't say enough about your intelligence and everything you taught me, and the laughs that we shared, and the BS we endured, and what you envisioned and made happen with that team, and the legacy that you have made in all of us. Because Lisa's gift is she grows people. And she's a boss, a leader, a partner, a mentor, a friend, and the most pivotal person in my career. So thank you for your belief and your grace and your generosity. And I'm really glad I got that phone call and went to Fresno. So let's turn a page. Jesus Christ. So for me, 25 years in television, starting at the bottom, as we all probably did, working hard and doing our stuff, learning, growing, seeing the results, and developing and living out the arc of our careers. And for a lot of us, you know, if you were lucky, there were some awards along the way. My first Emmy Award, I got it in 1994. It was in the Northern California chapter. I was driving in my car, and they called me because I didn't go because I was convinced I wouldn't win. And I got lucky. And that was all about great teammates. And so this brings us back to the story at the beginning about your very first awards thing. So the year is 1987. And I'm 1 year into my career, and I'm nervous. I'm a finalist for my very first professional TV award, and it's in this regional cable thing in LA. And I had written and produced and directed and shot and edited this completely over-the-top 80s music video TV commercial for an optometrist. And it was just, if you saw it today, you'd go, are you kidding? But the client liked it, and everyone thought it was pretty awesome, and I was really proud of it. So we get to the dinner, and guess what? It lost. But here's the cool part about that story. That was my first professional event, and today is my latest. And for both of those events, I had the same date. I had Carla Ashby at my side 25 years ago. And 25 years later, I'm very happy to say that you were my date then, and I'm lucky to be your husband now. So thank you. Our journey began in high school, and it's had a lot of turns since then. 5 years we've been married. Every year we've been friends. And for me, I can tell you, there's never been a stronger supporter, a truer friend, a truer believer, a more trusted confidant, or anything else. Best friend, you name it. So Carla, you have given up quite a bit to be here today. And I appreciate all of it. So thank you. All right. 25 years. It sure took a long time to get here, and it also happens absolutely in the blink of an eye. So thank you for allowing me a moment to reflect and think about some of this stuff and share a little bit about what's happened, and for sharing your stories for our inductees today in the gold and silver. It's nice for us to take this moment and then for us to imagine what's possible in the next 25 years. Imagine how weepy I'll be then, Jesus Christ. So anyway, I can't wait to see what's going to happen. But joining the Silver Circle is well-earned recognition of longevity and commitment. And I am more than honored to be here with all of the many worthy inductees today, so thank you. And the honor for me, as you can tell, was sharing the journey with all of my friends and loved ones. So thank you. Thank you.